This is by Rumi. Don't worry about saving these songs. And if one of our instruments breaks, it doesn't matter. We have fallen into the place where everything is music. The strumming and the flute notes rise into the atmosphere, and even if the whole world's harp should burn up, there will still be hidden instruments playing. So the candle flickers and goes out. We have a piece of flint and a spark. This singing art is sea foam. The graceful movements come from a pearl somewhere on the ocean floor. Poems reach up like spindrift, and the edge of driftwood along the beach wanting. They derive from a slow and powerful root that we can't see. Stop the words now. Open the window into the center of your chest and let the spirits fly in and out.
Good morning, everybody. My sermon today is called Music Therapy, the Circle of Life. If you all are willing and able, I would like you all to close your eyes, and I'd like to start with a little bit of music. And this song that I'm going to sing for you is a song that I'd like you to listen to the words, and it's a song that will carry you through your life's journey of music. So listen to the words. When the world is far beyond me, and I have no place to go, when my life seems cold and empty, and I feel I'm all alone, then a song that I remember helps to ease my troubled mind, and I find the strength within me to reach out just one more time. For as long as I have music, as long as there's a song for me to sing, I can find my way, I can see a brighter day. The music in my life will set my spirit free. Ooh. When the road is dark and lonely, and I feel I want to cry, when the dreams I keep inside me seem to fade and almost die, then I call upon my music, and it helps to dry my tears, and I know that I can make it. I'll go on despite my fears. To sing, I can find my way, I can see a brighter day. The music in my life will set my spirit free, set it free. Now, with those words in mind, about music setting your spirit free, I sit back and I think of Music Sunday. I can't help but to think of my circle of life here at the Meeting House. It was Polly Saunders, who asked me to play violin and sing in the choir many years ago. Then I ended up returning time and time again for more events at the Unitarian Meeting House with Reverend Casey Smith. That was how my circle of life began and my calling here started in the first place. I played violin at the Meeting House throughout my years in high school and in college, but felt there was more to music than just playing the music. In the quote by Malcolm Arnold, he says, "Music is the social act of communication among people, a gesture of friendship, the strongest there is." And that's where this sermon begins. It all begins with my journey through music and the therapeutic process. The social communication that blossoms, then ends through the gesture of therapeutic bond as strong and precious as life itself. In my journey, I have lived in Provincetown, enriched by culture, life, and support from those around me. Just within this congregation, there is a hand to hold right beside you in a time of need, and that is how I grew up. That's what I looked for in music, and that is what I found in my journey in music therapy. I worked with all types of illnesses and with hospice, but have found my home with the senior population, and especially in my home at the Gathering Place, the Adult Day Center at the Eastham Council on Aging. Some of our own congregation has volunteered their time and time again at the Gathering Place and know how precious the members there are. We like to say at the Gathering Place, nobody is perfect, and yet with music, we can create a perfect world. I don't want to turn this into a piece about Alzheimer's and dementia, because I could go on all day about the brain and how it works, and how music can help to create a pathway to the neurons and neurotransmitters. But I want to talk today about something a little more delicate than that, something a little more spiritual and sensitive. It's a calling of our hearts, minds, and our souls. An inner grace of light and dance in our heart and on our souls. Haydn once said, "There was no one near to confuse me, so I was forced to become original." Working with those with dementia and Alzheimer's for the past 16 years, I have found there isn't a quiet moment. There isn't a moment of peaceful thinking or moments of listening to the sounds of silence. For there is no silence. There is always a feeling of wanting to go home. But where is home? It's just like the song, "Show me the way to go home." Now just think for a moment. Where is your home? We may take our moments for granted, our moments of silence for granted, while we sit pondering our thoughts, worrying about bills we didn't pay or what we didn't do today. While taking these moments for granted, some of my dearest people and some of my dearest friends I have ever come in contact with have said precious things to me like, "Music has changed my life. I had dementia before, but now it is gone." Some say, "I can finally think clearly after listening to music." Music is not a magic pill, but a treatment to help stimulate the brain. And in the moment of music, dementia feels like it is taken away, and think, what a wonderful gift and what a wonderful world that music is for that person, for that moment. Even if the moment is for a short time, it may feel like a lifetime for someone with a disease. I feel their minds are like constant movement, like a flowing stream. But yet, when we play music, there is a moment of silence and a clear path to a beautiful lake of dreams. So as I sit at the piano and I look at all my members' faces looking back at me, I notice a precious gift that I just received from the gift of music. It's not greed, for greed is a sin. Books and education can guide you, but they aren't a heart's whisper of a gentle song. Many have talked about how music can keep our brains active and our memories alive far beyond the years of age and disease. Music therapy touches our souls and our spirits. It's easy to pick up a book and educate ourselves about music and the stimuli of the brain with the remembrance of yesterday. But we can't pick up a book and educate ourselves on the graceful hand that wasn't able to be lifted due to the late-stage dementia. But as we sing, "I love you just the way you are," a hand caresses your cheek with a mother's touch. That is a moment a teacher could never educate you about. Now we have entered the true inner light of music therapy. I, as a music therapist, find that there are moments far beyond any education, beyond any textbook or reading. It's found in the twinkle of my members' eyes when they wink at me for a moment during their favorite song, or when I hear them say a phrase when they walk through the door like, "Good morning, sweet pea." These are the moments when I know music has reached the inner soul and spirit behind our laughter, tears, light, and dark moments. Music finds a special balance in our life, no matter the setting. Music even fills our souls in a soulful part of our spiritual service at all spiritual organizations. In a synagogue, the entire service is sung. In a Christian setting, it begins and ends with music. And in the Universalist Meeting House, we have community around music. We even dedicate a full Sunday to music. Music will always find us. It's a natural gift from the moment we are born. A baby's first moment is a cry. It's a vocalization and a song. Think of the birds singing. Think of a brook flowing through the rocks. It makes a beautiful song. The sound of the water breaking on the sand. Everything in nature is music. Music therapy is all around us. It just takes a moment to stop and listen and hear it. I would like to take credit for what I do in my work, but I can't, because my members provide me with such a beautiful gift of music therapy from their hearts. It could never be something I would want to take from them. I only provide them with the tools to fulfill their hearts with a gift that was given to me. If I didn't share my gift, I wouldn't be happy, and I wouldn't want to have such a blessing. For music therapy is a gift to share. It is a circle of life. I've had many people ask me, even just yesterday, someone asked me why I care so for the elderly. There aren't many people who have such a respect for the elderly. Well, I don't think of people as old or elderly. I think of that generation to have wisdom, to share, and to teach those of us that want to learn a valuable lesson. It's up to my generation and future generations to listen and learn from our elders. One reason why I've chosen to work with this generation is because most people gravitate towards children and babies, but I feel deep in my heart that seniors have lived a life of treasure and quality. No matter what it is and what it has been like for them through calm and rough waters. No matter if you were a teacher, mother, salesman, father, in the service, worked in a hospital, no matter what you did, each one of you gave me, my generation, a gift. And I feel it is my calling to give something back to you. If I didn't wake up every morning feeling like I wanted to give back to those I work with, my dream in life wouldn't be fulfilled, and I would lose track of my journey. An old patient of mine said, "Never lose track of your dreams, for if you do, you have nothing to live for, dearie," after we sang Beautiful Isle of Somewhere. I feel extremely grateful every day when I see my members' faces smile and we sing, when I hear them all talk and have conversations, or when we all just sit and play a game. It is what the gathering place was always meant to be. Before they walked through the door, I was grateful for something they brought me. We bring each other something at the gathering place. I bring them music as a therapeutic tool, creating a safe and social environment which helps to increase their quality of life. And that is it is a magical gift of music and medicine, and they bring me life and wisdom. Now, let's sit back and reflect for a moment and think about life. What is your calling? What is your circle of life? And what is it telling you? What makes it up? I know my calling is music therapy, or music as therapy. It's my spirit, my soul, my heart, and my music. It's the grace I have and the light I shine upon those who enter in my life. But the biggest part of the entire phrase I just mentioned is music therapy is not one-sided. Those are not just the things I bring, but they are also the things brought to me. Spirit, soul, heart, music. Grace and light that shines upon our lives. They are gifts. I'm a Christian girl, so I believe they are gifts from God. Others may believe in Buddha, Goddess, or Mother Earth. Whatever you may believe, they are all gifts. If you give, you shall receive. And we all have a circle of life deep inside of us to share, so spread your wings and fly. Let the music guide you. Let the light of grace guide you to soar far beyond your dreams. Always follow your heartfelt song, for your heart holds the truth. Let music set you free in your circle of life. As I read this through to my members the other day, one of my members said, when you're finished with that, you should have the whole congregation sing Spirit of Life, because that's what I think this whole sermon was about. So if you don't mind, I would like to have everybody sing that together, if that's okay with you. And I think it sounds so beautiful when everybody sings it together. So Mom, could you play that? We'll just sing it one time in English. Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Amen.